Hi girls, we're going to do the workout that we didn't do this morning. So you've got your chair, we're working into a single leg deadlift and we're doing 12 repetitions with one leg. Remember, a deadlift is where you're working into a 90-degree angle in through your hips, back is straight, and then coming up, pressing the hips forward and squeezing. So we're going to do this with some balance. That's why you have your chair here. So I want you to lift, put more weight into the left leg, bring your right leg back and up so the heel is lifted off the floor. And we're going to come into a deadlift, 90-degree angle. Now I'm going to take my arms back and hold that. Whoops, that's why I have the chair here. So one arm can come back when you're feeling, so let's hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come on up. And we've got 9 to go. Again, you can brace yourself first, come into the deadlift, bring the arms back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your foot back down, and here we go. You can brace yourself, come into the 90-degree angle, bring the arms back, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up, we've got 6 to go. Coming forward, deadlift position, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 to go. Now, Lori, I want you to make sure that you keep your upper back lifted here instead of rounding. So we want to keep the chest lifted, 90-degree angle, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Donna, I want to make sure that you don't lock your left knee. 4, that's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure, girls, you have length through the back of the neck. And bring it back. And Patty, I want to make sure you're not going too fast here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've got 2 to go. Always lifting through the chest and the spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you're really going to feel this. And one more. Brace. Now you want to brace your abdominals. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. Hands on the back of the hips, pressing forward, getting ready for the other side. Okay, putting my weight into my right leg. My left heel is up. I'm coming into a 90-degree angle. And this time we're going to bring our arms in the shape of a T. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now if you feel very bold here, you can bring those arms out and not hold on and see if you can do that. 10, 9, 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 to go. One side's always stronger than the other. And 90-degree angle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember to pinch those shoulder blades into the spine when you're bringing your arms up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brace those abdominals. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is a lot harder than it looks, trust me. You're going to really feel that in your glutes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think we've got 3 left. Lifting, softening that knee, using your abdominals. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 to go, we're almost done. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, one more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, press those hips forward. And let's take a quick sip of water. The next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be going into a ballet squat. So while you're getting your water, I'm going to show you the move. We're going to be bringing our heels up on this one. So, legs are externally rotated out from the hips. Knees are out, nice and wide, about 3 feet apart. You have a book on top of your head here. I'm going to choose a yoga, a namaste pose, so we can actually squeeze into the chest when we come up. Elbows can be down or lifted, whatever's most comfortable for you. We're lifting both heels up. And you come down as low as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your heels up. 2, 2, 3, 4. The objective is to press those knees back when you're coming down and press those hips forward when you're coming up. 4, 2, 3, 4. Shoulder blades are knit into the spine. 5, 2, 3, 4. My heels are really lifted. You can see those white heels. 6, 2, 3, 4. Coming down. 7, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 8, 2, 3, 4. 9, 2, 3, 4. It's all about your core. Balance. 10, 2, 3, 4. You can hold on to that if you like. 11, 2, 3, 4. Come really low this time. And 12, 2, 3, 4. And march it out. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is called the hello plank. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be coming onto the floor into a side plank position. So I'm going to come on down here, come onto my elbow, and I'm going to be coming in to make sure that elbow is on right underneath your shoulder, and my legs are stacked on top of each other. If this is too hard for you, you can take it into mermaid legs. You can open them up. I'm going to bring my arm up because I'm going to be saying hello, waving to you, hello, as I hold this 30-second plank. All right, brace your abdominals, lift up. Are you ready? So it's hello, 1. What are we doing here? We're really working with the shoulder, the mobility of the shoulder. 3 and 4. Pressing those hips forward. 5. So it kind of keeps you a little bit busier. 6. You're sort of pushing the air down. 7. Exhale. 8. And really lifting up through your waist. And breathing. 10. Hips are forward always. That's it. Now, Patty, if this bothers your neck, you can just take it this way, right up here, halfway. If you want to just get a full range of motion, you've got one more, up and down. Good. So we're going to stretch out both sides when we're done. All right, we're coming right onto the other side. We're going to come onto the elbow. Good. Legs are stacked if you want them harder. Elbows underneath the shoulder, bringing the arm up, bracing my abdominals, and I'm lifting. And I'm saying hello. Hi, Patty. Hi, Donna. Hi, Lori. Pushing my hips forward. You can resist each way with that arm if you want to work into the shoulders a little bit more. Now, if that bothers your shoulder, you can bring your hand forward like that, like a wave this way. Whatever suits you here. Good, hold that. Hold that. That's it. Let's do 3 more. 3. And 2, and 1. Good. Okay, now we're going in for the stretch here. So, bringing the shoulder, feeling that in the back of the shoulder, wherever your hand is, as your head is placed, and we're going to switch to the other side. Okay, great. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to come into, I'm going to look at my whiteboard. Oh, we're doing a V crunch now, so we're still on the floor. You're going to be lying onto the opposite side of where you just were. So I'm going to be lying down on my right shoulder. It's actually my left, but it doesn't matter. We've done this before. We're working into your obliques, your internal and your external, but more external obliques. You're also working into your hips. So you're going to come down onto the floor. Your hand is behind the head, the knees are bent. Your hand is not straight out, it's more inward toward the body, so you're bringing that hand below the shoulder. Now I'm going to be pushing off my right shoulder and I'm going to be lifting both hips up. So try to get those knees together as you're bringing those hips toward the ribs. So it's 1, that's it, 2. And if you want to work more of your inner thigh, you can get a little ball and place that right there. 3. If you want to work a little harder, 6. You can keep those knees up instead of dropping them all the way down. And if you want to work even harder, you can pull in, take the legs out. In, out. Let's do 3 more. 3, and 2, and 1, and in and down. Okay, let's just stretch into it. So I'm rolling onto the other shoulder. We know the stretch. Just getting a little bit of a stretch there to release any tension. And then we're going to come on up and come on over to the other side. Okay, this is a great one for our waist. Okay, here we go. So, onto the shoulder, the flat part of the hip. Hand comes down, knees are stacked. I'm embracing my abdominal muscles here. And 1. So we're just going to start off getting into that mechanism. 2. I want to try to keep those knees together. 3, as best as I can. 4. Now I'm going to work a little harder and keep those heels up. 5. That's it. Let's work right there. I want to see if I challenge myself a little bit more for the last 4 or 5. 5 out. 4 out. 3, not dropping the head. 2, and 1 out, and drop. Good. Bend the knees for that stretch. And go right into it. Good. All right, now, let's move on to the next one. Okay. Let's see what I have on my whiteboard. Okay, this is an interesting core move. We're going to be on all fours, hands and knees, and we're going to be working simultaneously into lifting an opposite hand and an opposite knee. We're going to get in what we call a quadruped position, hands underneath the shoulders. I'm going to give you a side profile of this. So my hands are underneath my shoulders, or knees are directly underneath my hips. I'm going to curl the toes of my feet, and I'm going to lift both knees up. It's almost like doing a modified plank. Now, I'm going to lift my right leg, and I'm going to lift my left arm. 1, switch, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't have to really extend that leg, just lifting it, getting the toe off the floor. 7. You're going to be able to identify your weak area now, which side. 10, 10, 9. You have to really brace those abdominals. 8, 7. You can even bring those knees slightly forward. 6, which is what I'm doing. 5, 4. It's a hard one. 3, 2, 1. Really like this workout. Great for the core. Your balance is so important. Now that I'm doing bicycling, I'm finding out how important my balance is. Hands on the back of those hips. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is working into your inner thigh, your glutes, and your outer thigh. So I want you to bring your arms up. You're going to put more weight into the right leg. You're pinching the shoulder blades into the spine. This is for counterbalance. So we're going to push out through our left heel out. We're going to touch. Then we're going to lift the knee and bring it behind and bring the arms down, pulling the shoulder blades into the spine. Come back and touch and bring it back. It's like a curtsy squat. And touch, 3, and back. Single leg movement. 4. I want you to get a little bit more knee in there. 5. Knee up. That's it. Bring that knee up. 6. Right. 7. Now don't put the weight all the way on the toes of that right foot, full foot. 9. Good. It's all about those shoulders here in the upper body. 10. 11. Did you get that? And 12. And 12. I'm gonna have you redeem yourself if you didn't on the other side. Okay. Brace the abdominals. Put a little bit more weight into the opposite leg. Bring your arms out. We're going to take it knee out and out. And back. Bending that supporting knee. Knee up and out. So we're reaching to that side. I'm sorry, I messed up my arms. 3. Pinch the shoulders back. 4. Oh, most of the weight is onto that supporting leg. 5. That's it. It's a curtsy squat. 6. All about balance here. 7, and your core. Your core is continually moving, supporting your back and hips. Good. You can come deeper into that curtsy squat. That'll really work into that inner thigh. Let's do one more goal post. And last one. Good. March it out. Okay. We're going to take these into forward lunges. Now, if you need to have some water, you can stop the video and you can grab your water. We're going to go into forward lunges with a side bend and a rotation. So the leg that we step out to is where we're moving our side bend or pour or rotation. When you're rotating, if you're rotating to the right, which would be your right, my left, I'm really concentrating on my hip waist and I'm pinching my shoulder blades into the spine, both of them. All right, so we're going to start with the front lunge, the right foot. I'm going to bring my arms up, push those hips forward. We're going to pour. Done this before. Bring the arms out, rotate. I'm really pulling both shoulder blades back. Come center, up, same side. Big lunge. Pour. Concentrate on keeping your abdominals super tight. And down. And 3. So when you're doing that lunge, it's a heel strike. 3. Shoulders are down. Rotate. Up. 5. Make sure your foot is really locked into the floor, anchored, before you move your body through space. Hips are forward. Pour. Work into coming up really slowly. Work into that negative phase or the release phase. Good. Oops, I jumped the arms down. Sorry. 9. We pour. Slowly coming up. Reaching the third finger from each hand. Pinching the shoulders back. And up. Pour. Oh. Arms out. Get those shoulders back. Big rotation. Whoop. You can really see how you really have to work into your balance. So I'm going to start using that Pilates breath when I find that my balance is compromised. And last one. Shoulders down. Good, so the shoulders back. Good, all right, we're going to do the other side. Give yourself a big hug. All right, here we go. Are you ready for the other leg? Step out, heel strike. You've got 3 feet. Resist. Arms out. Rotate, pulling both shoulders back. And release. Heel strike. Really want you to concentrate on your move here, especially working into that waist. Push the hip out, rib to the hip, shoulders down. Good. Heel strike. Really working the glutes today on this. Remember your hips, glutes, all connected to the core. Pushing that hip out, just not pouring down. Long arms, shoulders into the spine. Concentrate on your form. Let's do 3 more. Up. Push the hip out, arms closed, shoulders down. Get into that waist. Whoopsie daisy, see that? And last one here. Shoulders down. Good, all right. Let's bring both arms back. Palms together. March it out. Now we're going to go into an interesting plank. Usually we have our hands either on our hands or elbows. So today what we're going to do is come right onto the elbows and go into a different arm formation on our plank. So I'm going to have you come onto your elbows so that your elbows are this way on the floor. Elbow and elbow, and then come into your plank. My elbow is externally rotated. So now I'm going to hold this plank just to get into the mechanism. I'm going to bring my feet out a little wider because we're going to go into a rotation. We're going to go into a rotation to the right. So we're going to stay on my left elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put your elbow down. Come into your plank. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Settle the elbow down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. Settle the elbow down. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. Settle the elbow down. 3, 2, 3, 4. Into your plank. 3, 2, 3, 4. Good. 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang in there. We've got 2 to go. 8, 7, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pause. Now, if that bothers your elbows or shoulders, come back into a regular elbow plank where the elbows are facing your hips. Bring your hands back. Good. All right, now let's grab a sip of water. We're going to go right into shoulders. Nice work, girls. Okay, we're going to use anywhere between 3 and 5 pound weights. If you are using anything higher than 6 pound weights, if you're using 8 pounds, you can. I would like you to have a seat on the chair. If not, we're going to go right into, I'm going to use, I'm going to use 6 pound weights on these. Okay. So we're going into an interesting move. It's a front shoulder raise, but we're going to be changing into our rotation. So I need you to bring your feet wider than the hips. I need you to soften the knees and brace your abdominals. Go into a slight pelvic tuck. So as you breathe out, you're going to lift your arms up to the shoulders. You're going to flip them up and slowly release them down. Side profile is up, turn, release. Okay? So we've got 6 of those. Are you ready? Here we go. Watch your back on this, Lori. Ribs to the hips, 2 to go. 1 more. All right, now we're gonna do the same thing, but reverse that. Palms are up, and we're gonna flip them down. Palms down as we release them to the floor. Brace your abdominals, lift straight up, turn them over, and release. Flip up, elbows soft, but arms are long. You gotta really brace those abdominals. Halfway done. One more. Good, tap inside. Nice. All right, if you've got 3-pound weights, I'd like you to increase your weight right now. You can go up to 8 pounds on this. We're going into the external rotators. Simple move, feet are hip distance apart, knees are soft, you're in a pelvic tuck. You're gonna bend the elbows so that your elbows are in a 90-degree angle. I want you to start by pulling the shoulder blades down, and I'm just gonna show you the move, okay? Here it is. You squeeze the shoulder blades into the spine. So the side profile is, I'm squeezing my shoulder blades right into the spine. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Soften the knees, brace your abdominals. Squeeze. Remember, your weights are not coming and touching each other. They're right in front of those elbows. Three to go. And one more. Good. Okay. Drop one weight right in between your feet. You're going to hold on to the weight like this. Now make believe you're driving a car and you're turning. This is your steering wheel. You're going to turn, making a big turn. So your elbows are lifting. We're working into the rotators. And 4. So you could use up to an 8-pound weight. If you're using anything higher, I need you to sit in the chair so that you're not loading into your lower back. Let's do 6 more. Here's 6 and 5 and 4 and 3. Exhale 2 and 1, and let's release. Let's bring both arms back. Pull the knuckles downward to the floor. Bring your chin to the chest. And release. Okay. Now we're going to go into some inchworm walkouts with a push-up. Okay. So this is again for the shoulders. Now, remember on the inchworm, we're walking forward with our hands. So here's the side profile, okay? We're going to use our Pilates roll down. I'm going to roll down. Now, like an inchworm, I'm going to keep my hips up. I'm just walking it out so that my hands, I'm going to walk back a little so you can see me, so that my hands are over my shoulders. My hips are up. And I'm going to do a push-up, crown of the head to the floor. Now, an inchworm keeps its hip up, and we're just going to walk back. And come up. That's 1. All right? And rolling down, 1 vertebra at a time. Walking it out. Walking it out so that the hands are forward in front of the shoulders. You can see that my hips are up. Doing another push-up. Keep those hips up as I walk back. A lot of shoulder movement here. And then rolling it up. Rolling it down. Walking it out. Lengthening the spine, but we're not lowering those hips. Getting those hands in front, doing the push-ups so that our crown of the head is to the floor. We're halfway done. And up. Rolling it down. Remember, we want those hips up when we're doing that shoulder push-up. Looking at my knees and my toes, walking it back. Brace those abdominals, 2 to go. Rolling it down. Walking out the inchworm. Hands in front. Look at my knees. Drop my head into that push-up. Walking it back. Rolling it up. Here's your last one. Watch your form. Remember, form is everything here. Walking it forward. Looking at my knees. My hips are up. Push. Finish it out by walking it back. And then coming up and sliding it back. Nice job. Okay, let's grab a sip of water. We've got one more thing to go on the shoulders. Okay, and then we'll be done with our shoulders. And then we're going to move into some abdominals. Okay, so I'm going to drop my weights on this because this is a side lateral move. Thumbs are up. Actually, you could use 8-pound weights. You could use 6-pound weights. You could use 3-pound weights. It all depends on what you're trying to do here. If you're trying to build muscle, then you would use heavier weights. Now remember, if you're using heavier weights, you need to sit in the chair. So anything above 6-pound weights, I need you to sit in that chair. All right, I'm going to just grab these weights here because they're here. Okay, so let's bring one foot forward. So we're in a slight straddle position, and we're going to be pressing those hips forward. Now the thumbs are up to the ceiling, and we're going to lift up. We're going to turn it down and release. Ooh, turn it up. Lift up, rotate down, ooh, and release. Turn it up, down, and release. Good. And up, down, release. That's it. And up, pour it down, release. Up, down, release. Let's do 4 more. 4, turn it, and release. 3, oh, feel that negative. Woo. 2, down, 1 more, and 1, down. Let's switch legs. Now, if you're using, whatever weights you're using are appropriate for this next move. Bend the elbows. So the side position is here, right at the elbows. And we lift up and release down. And 2, and down. And 3, and down. And 4, and down. 4 more, then we're going to finish off with the rear delts. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just going to swing them out a little bit here. Release your back as well. All right. Good job. All right, so the next one we're going to go into rear delts, side profile. Our feet are hip distance apart. We're going to sit into a squat position. All right? So this is squatting, right, where your hips are back. Because if we don't do this with weights, we're going to overload our back. We can't stand and go into a rear delt without affecting our lower back. So bring your hands out to the side. We squat. Your palms are facing into each other. And you're pulling the elbows back. Pulling the elbows back, bringing them right by the knees, thighs. Pull back. It's pushing back. That's really what it is. Push back. So you're pushing the shoulder blades into the spine. Push back. 3 to go. Then we're going to change the rotation. 2 to go. And 1. Come come on up, press those hips forward. Now, if you have 8-pound weights, you definitely have to sit for this. Remember, anything over 6 pounds, you have to sit. Okay, this time, palms are facing down. Really get deep squat. Push it back. Push it back. Push it back. Get that belly nice and tight. Brace those abdominals. Keep yourself in a pelvic tuck. Push back. 3 to go. Push back. 2 to go. Push back. 1 more. Push back. And release. Let's do a few side bends here. 1. Lift, release. 2. Good. 3. And 4. And 5. That's it. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. 11. And 12. Okay, great. So let's put the weights down, have a quick sip of water, and we're going to go right into some abs. Okay. And then we stretch it out. Okay, on the abdominals, we're going to come on to a plank position first, and we're going to go into a little bit of our obliques. So very much like what we did before with lifting, putting more weight on one side is what we're going to do. We're going to have our feet crossed over each other in a plank position, and it will be an elbow plank. So I want you to go into a nice lift here, press those hips forward, go into a nice back bend, watch your neck, head forward, hands up, head up, come into a flat back forward, flat back. Hands are onto the shins. Now, please pause for a moment so we can get a good stretch on the hamstrings here. Holding that. And then fall forward. Now, walk back. Good. And we're going to come on to our elbows. So stay right here with me. Shift your weight. Brace the abdominals. Come on to one elbow and then the next. Okay, here we go. Now, let's take one leg on top of the other, pulling the shoulders down. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. And we're going to take a little bit of horizontal action. So push the heel back, come onto your tippy toe. We're going right into the Pilates saw, one-legged saw. So it's a back and forward movement. Push back with the heel. Good. And back. And one more, forward, back, switch legs, brace those abdominals. If you've lost it, we're going to hold this first, getting right into the mechanism, keeping the transverse abdominal muscles very drawn in, and we push back and forward and back and forward. Planks are really the best thing that you can do for your abdominals, and back and forward. Back and forward, back and forward. Let's just hold into neutral foot here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk those knees in and draw the hips back. Good. Coming forward and going into an anterior plank. We're going to be working the back posterior muscles of our legs, our hamstrings, our calves, and also our triceps. So, I want you to sit down onto the floor and lengthen your legs. Press the backs of the knees into the floor and then point. Press the backs of the knees into the floor and hold them there. Take your hands in a position where you're externally rotating your elbows outward, your shoulders outward, the fingers are forward toward me, and we're just leaning back, we're reclining back. Whole hand is onto the floor. Now, pull the belly in, and as you exhale, I want you to lift your hips up to the ceiling. Breathe in, lift the chest, exhale up. Now walk those feet out and point. Good, and hold those hips up for as long as you can. Elbows are never locked. Good. Now, walk your heels out. And just push out with that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk them out again and point and lift those hips up. Chest is lifted, hips are all the way up to the ceiling. Make sure that your neck is in its proper location so that your ears and shoulders and elbows are in alignment. Keep pushing through those hips as best as you can. If you need to take a break, drop the hips and then come back up. You can do that a couple of times. Keep pushing. The whole key here is pushing the hips up to the ceiling. Bracing those abdominals. Hold on. You've got 5 more seconds for a 60-second plank. 3, 2, 1. Wow, that was terrific. And let's go into a spine stretch forward. Walk it forward. Ooh. Breathe into your back and then exhale, come back up. One more time. Inhale to lengthen and we exhale. Let's go into some rotations here. We're going to bring our hands onto our elbows. You can bring your hands behind your head so you're not working into your wrists here. Keep those legs really long. I want you to anchor your hips into the floor, and I want you to really lengthen through the spine here. Breathe in. And I want you to rotate to the right. Pinch your shoulder blades into the spine. So let's start by sliding the shoulder blades into the spine, lifting up through the spine, exhaling and rotating to the right. Now let's get that right shoulder back or left shoulder back and then come center. Let's do the same thing to the other side. Exhale and center. Good. Get that right shoulder back, left shoulder back, center. Find your waist. Anchor those hips. Your job here is to keep length through the collarbone and find your waist. Don't turn with your elbow. Head follows the sternum. And finish it up with one more. Good. Let's bend those knees and bring the soles of the feet together. And lift up straight and tall. Press those hips forward. Good. Hands come onto the toes and just roll forward. Always releasing the back. And then release. All right, we're going to go back to that long leg position because we're getting really good stretching through our hamstrings and our calves on this. So now we're going to sew off your toe. We're going right into the Pilates saw. So length through the collarbone. We're really lifting up through the rib cage, anchoring the backs of our knees into the floor, and we're pushing out through our heels. We really need to have a lot of anchor on our hips here. So we're going to rotate to your right, and we're going to take this is my right, your left, so this is my left, this is your right. So we're going to rotate, we're going to roll forward from the top of the spine to the bottom, and chop your pinky toe off. Look down at your pubic bone. Roll the spine up from the base of the spine to the top. And we're going to rotate to the other way. Now make sure both shoulder blades are back. And we're going to take that arm, rolling forward from the top of the spine to the bottom, and rolling up and rotate. Roll down, chop the pinky off, rolling through the spine, rotate. Roll down from the top of the spine, roll up from the base to the top, rotate. Roll forward from the top to the bottom, roll up from the bottom to the top, rotate. And rolling down, rolling up, center, and release. Okay. Now, let's go into just bending the knees for a minute and just anchoring right here. We're going to bring our hands all the way back and sit up straight and tall. And now we're going to just go into single rotations here. We're working onto the right side only. Now anchor your hips, rotate to the right. Come center, do it again. And center, hollow out those abdominals. And center. Remember to pinch the shoulder blades into the spine. You're really anchored here. Belly's nice and tight. And crown of the head up to the ceiling. 3 to go, 2 to go, and 1 more. Drop the hands, anchor, and just stretch. Go over to the other side and stretch. Looking straight ahead. Now look past your shoulder and release. Okay. On to the other side. Length through the collarbone, lifting up through the rib cage, ribs, hips connected here. This side only. Breathe in, use the Pilates breath, shoulder blades are knitted into the spine. You have a lot more control to work a little bit deeper here. Shorter lever with the leg. Legs, shorter lever with the arms. Keep lifting through the rib cage. One more. Good. Go into this rotation. Hold this side. And last time to the other side. Good. Now we're going to go into a sit-up position. And we're going to segue into a V. So what I'd like you to do is I'm going to show you side profile. And we're going to sit with our knees together. Our heels are anchored and our arms are out. Just going to lean back a little bit. We're going to go right into a little bit of hundreds here, but it's the 50s. So knees together and pull the belly in and breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, blow. 2, 3, 4, 10. Breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, blow. 2, 3, 4, 20. Breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, blow. 2, 3, 4, 30. Breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, blow. 2, 3, 4, 40. Breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, blow. 2, 3, 4, 50. Place the hands here. Lift up about 2 inches. Bring your hands toward the knees and push down for 10, 9, 8. Really feel those transverses connecting here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms out. And we roll down. I'm going to keep this up. All right. Good. Arms are parallel. Knees are bent and they're together. Breathe in. Bring the chin to the chest. Look at your toes. Look at your knees. And we sit up. 1. Sniff in. And we roll the spine down. Sniff in. Chin to the chest. We roll. We sit up. 2. Sniff in. We roll down. Sniff in. Chin to the chest. Look at the knees. 3, and we roll down. Sniff in, chin to the chest. 4, and down. Keep those knees together, ankles, knees together, chin to the chest, sniff, lift. So we're only coming up into a reclined position. Chin to the chest, lift, and roll down. And we're up. Now we're going to go into a V here. So modification on the V will be 1 leg in for 4 counts and then switch the other. So let's go right into a V. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Drop the feet. Roll back down. Chin to the chest. Exhale into a V. Now remember the modification is this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We anchor. We roll down. Chin to the chest, roll up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and rolling back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and rolling down. Now the last 4, 3, we're going to take these into a long leg, if you can. Chin to the chest, in, 1, 2, 3, 4, we roll back down. Let's do 3 more instead of 4. Chin to the chest, rolling up. V, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rolling down. Brace those abdominals. Chin to the chest, rolling up. Lengthen 1, 2, 3, 4. And down. 1 more. Chin to the chest, up. Lengthen 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. And rolling back down. Now, let's pull both knees into the chest. Never place the hands on the kneecaps. And let's lift the head up just a little bit to release the upper back. Drop the head, pull those knees in. Lengthen those legs straight up. Open those legs wide. Hands on the inner thighs, point and flex. Point and flex. and flex. Now let's go right into happy baby. Pulling those knees to the floor and rolling side to side to release the fascia that covers the muscles. To release that tightness there. Good. And the soles of the feet come together. Elbows are on the inner thighs, pushing those knees away. Chin to the chest. Knees together. Right leg over the left, hands on the shins, pulling those knees in and then splaying them apart. Lengthening through the back of the neck. And switch. Pull in, pull apart. And releasing. Rolling over onto your chest and stomach and going into a quadricep stretch. Now if you can't do that, then stay on one side and take one leg at a time and you're anchoring your head. All right, here we go. So, we're lifting through the rib cage, getting the knees together, breathing in, abdominals are braced, and then exhale, release. Holding the stretch for your quads. Breathe in. As you exhale, push through your hips, lifting up and going into a deeper knee connection and quadricep stretch connection. And release with an exhale, sniff in, and one more time. Exhaling up, going deepest of all into the quadricep. Stretch for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands underneath your shoulders, pushing yourself up. And then we're sitting into child's pose. Breathing in. Exhaling from the belly, always pulling the belly button into the spine. Hands to the right, left hand on top of the right, opening up that side body, breathing into it. And again, walking the hands over, stretching into that side body and breathing into it. Inhale, exhale. Good, walking in. Let's bring your hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, getting ready for cat-cow. Pulling the shoulders down. I want you to take a big breath out. Pull the belly button into the spine as you curl the tailbone under. Move through the spine sequentially so you're looking at your pubic bone. As you breathe in, lift the tailbone up, drop the belly. When you're getting into the chest, pull the shoulders back. And just breathe into the chest. Exhale, curling the tailbone under, pulling the belly button into the spine, ribs to the hips, head drops, looking at your pubic bone. Big breath in, tailbone up. Drop the belly, open the chest by pinching the shoulder blades back. And let's exhale into neutral spine, drawing the belly in. Breathe in to prepare to push off your hands. Bring your strong foot forward so the ankle is underneath your knee. The other leg is behind you with the toes curled. Embrace your abdominals. Breathe in. Exhale and stand. And swing it out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Nice job today, guys. See you later, okay? Good work.